Hey, you. Hey, come closer. Not quite that close. That'll work. Now you're too high. So today is kind of like Christmas in a way. Yeah, any silversmiths that watch this will know what I'm referring to because I just got a big order from Rio Grande and I'm very happy about it. So I figured today, since I have to do it regardless, let's make some ringses. Let's take a look at said ringses. I definitely will not be using all of these in this video, but these are the ones that are going to be getting ring and or pendentified. We've got some labradorite, we've got some Montana agate, we've got some gem bone, we've got some fire agate, this is medicine bow agate, we got some malachite. Yeah, there's some good stuff in here. Also some amylite that I'll probably be doing. I don't know if I'll do it in this video, but soon. So we're gonna make several rings today. I'm not sure, I haven't really decided yet which stones we're gonna work with, so I guess before anything happens, I should probably decide that. I think we're gonna start out simple by doing a simple setting for this beautiful little Montana agate. So first things first, I'm gonna take this, which is, oh gosh, I'm too close. This is backplate, it's just silver sheet, and we need to cut a little piece out. So, I'm gonna put my stone right, yeah, and we'll measure it out. And then we go cut it out. And then you have this. Next, we take some bezel wire and wrap it around the stone. Now, our bezel wire looks like this. So, we're gonna put it in our clamp and solder it up. Alright, so we're gonna put a little bit of flux right here. A little more than that. Make sure it's nice and square, which it appears to be. Yeah, it is. And then I'm gonna come in with hard solder. The difference in hardness of your solders obviously changes the flow rate, which means when you're putting together multiple pieces, you won't have one spot melting while the other one, you know, hasn't, if that makes sense. That was a really awful job of explaining how that works. I'll do better, I promise. Now it is homogeneous, and I was out of focus that whole time. Are you serious? Now we press that over the stone, get it nice and perfectly shaped. That is a good snug fit. Again, I say perfect. All right, so now we're gonna grab this, which is plaster of Paris. You're supposed to use refractory brick. I always use plaster of Paris because I've tried both and I've noticed no difference whatsoever. So now we're gonna put on our little piece of back plate, put some flux on there. I should have done this before I set it down. And then we solder. And you should be left with this. So now we need to go pickle this. And by pickle this, I mean we need to put it into a pickle. Not like the, you know, like a food thing, a pickle. It's a solution that eats off fire scale. So we can clean this. Some stones like, oh, where's a good example? There's a good example. Doesn't matter. Honestly, really, doesn't matter. You're never gonna see the inside of that cup with this. But on a Montana agate, you will absolutely see the inside of that cup. And it kind of messes with the overall color of the stone because it looks all dark and dingy behind it. So, let's do that. You can buy pickle solutions. I'm way too close. For pretty cheap, but I've honestly found that using white vinegar honestly works just the same. I'm sure if I was working with different metals, I would need something a little more aggressive, but for silver, boiled white vinegar just works just fine. There we go, much better. Alrighty, cup is done. So now we need to make a band. So we're gonna take this 10 gauge half rounds and cut off a little strip and then bend it around until we have a ring shape. There we go, so we cut it and then I filed little rounds into it because this is gonna go on either side of the cup. So next things next is we need to bend it to the proper width and get it situated into the clamp and stop. There you have it. There is a very pretty, very simple Montana agate ring, and I like it. It's got some good mossy stuff going on in there. Heck yeah. So next, let's do something that is fun and completely different and looks not simple at all, but is actually simple. We're gonna do a bigger setting. I'm thinking this this here Malachite is the next on the ringing block. So we're actually gonna start this one differently, just because I want to get it out of the way. So we're gonna take this, which is our half rounds. This is, which one is this? 10 gauge. This is 10 gauge half round. Sorry, I had to check my thingy thing. And we are going to start by making 2, yes, that's right, I said 2, size 9 bands. Now, we have both of them together like this, but slanted. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a wee bit of flux and solder right here and join the 2. So they'll be together, but slanted, and then it will look different than this, but as you can see, that ring will perfectly sit on top of that. Or the, you know, the stone, the other thing. The thing that is going in the ring. Alrighty, now we just make a cup as normal. So let's do that. Alright, now we can take our bands and our cup and solder the 2 together using easy solder so that we don't mess with any of our other solders and stuff. Solder. Alrighty, there's number 2 done. So I think next, let's do something with a prong setting. So I think, you know, when it comes to some Montana agates, like this one for example, this was great. Just because the scene is on the top, you know, you don't really need to see it from the side or anything like that. But some Montana agates have so much going on that it's really a shame to cover them up. Like, this looks good from every angle. In those cases, prong settings are awesome. So I think that's what we're gonna do, because I just said so. We're gonna start as normal, take some bezel wire and wrap it around the stone. Now we want it to be thinner. Now we're going to take this, which is 16 gauge wire, and we're going to make a loop big enough to fit on the inside of the bezel cup, like this. And then we solder. Now we take 4 lengths of that same wire and put our prongs on. saw is just never gonna drop. Anyway, so next thing we have to do is make a band. All right, there's another one. In the bag. That is a really pretty stone. So I think we have time for one more. And I'm thinking I'm gonna use this one. This is one I've been wanting to do something with for quite some time now. And I am referring to this here fire agate. Oh, am I too close? There we go. It is extremely colorful, absolutely gorgeous. Love this thing. So every single one of those cabochons that I will be turning into rings on my own time, and the 3 that we've already made, will be for sale at the Gem and Mineral Show that I'm running a booth at. But this one is not. This one is for me. This was actually a gift from a friend who is no longer with us, so I definitely will not be parting with this one. And I thought it was fitting to put it in a ring so I can wear it all the time. That is a beautiful stone. Also, sorry about the noise that's about to start up again. That saw needs to be going 24/7. But I guess I'll start by saying, first things first, we're actually gonna do something similar to this one right now. So we need to grab our bezel, wrap it around there, and then cut out some back plate. I just realized I never explained what the glove is for. Silver is a very, very good heat conductor. So when you're coming in with stuff like this, right now, it heats up real quick. Also, it's so I don't nick my fingers with this sharp burr, which I've done too many times to make that mistake again. Now, just like the other one, we make 2 bands. All right, I think we're gonna stop there because I have to do the rest of these, but I have a feeling that if I do all of them in one video, this is gonna be crazy long. So, here they are. Alrighty guys, well I think that's gonna do it for this one. This came out really, really well. I don't know, that's my own fault. I shouldn't have used hardened prongs for this one. It's great when you're doing faceted stones because they're so rigid, but it didn't really like curl over the way I wanted it to, and that is my fault. I should have used softer prongs for that. But in hindsight, at least it'll be nice and sturdy now. I think they came out really well. I really like this setting, and I am very happy to wear this at all opportunities. I don't really make rings for myself very often. When I do, it's usually a stone that is special to me for one reason or another. And yeah, that's definitely a special stone. That is so pretty. So now whenever I wear this, I'll remember Sweet Jim. As I mentioned earlier, all of them, except for this one, that I made in this video, as well as about 30 more cabochons that I have to set, will be for sale at the Billings Gem and Mineral Show, August 3rd through the 6th. I'll have a link to the event page up in the description. But any that don't sell at the show will be going online on my store. So if you see one of these that you really, really like, hold out hope if you can't make it in person, because it may yet be yours. I have a freaking awesome video planned very, very soon. As soon as my freaking flat lap comes back. It's really my fault. I've been really slow about sending it in, so I have no one to blame but myself, but I can still be a little salty about it at my own, busyness. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this one. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Aw, man. I meant to do one of the rings out of the... Aw, man. Well... Crap, that sucks. I guess you'll just have to imagine. Or I could do another video. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.